September 11th, 2019, a little after 4 o'clock, and we are at the Maroon Wilderness, ready to start an epic adventure. Got my good friend Greg up there. First time out to Colorado, first time backpacking, at least at this level, and looking forward to a great hike this weekend. It's a Wednesday, so we got here and there's not a whole lot of people here just as of yet. We're looking at possibly some rain this afternoon, but the rest of the forecast for the rest of the week is looking pretty darn good. So I don't know how we're gonna make on time, mainly because I'll be stopping every 2 seconds to take a picture because it's just that gorgeous. So onwards, upwards, and into the thin air. There's an avalanche area here. You can see right across here where it took out a lot of trees. Not as bad as some of the other ones we've seen though. But still evidence of a pretty harsh winter we had last year. All right, coming up to our trail junction. Crater Lake to the left where we're headed tonight. West Maroon Trail, number 1970. I guess I'll get up closer here. So there we are, heading that way to the lake. What tracks do you think those are? I'm gonna venture to say moose. Well, this is the end of day one. We hiked about 2 miles in to get to, we're staying at campsite 4 along Crater Lake. As you can see, I've got the bug net out. We're in the woods, so it's pretty buggy, but the views are absolutely stunning today. I don't think I've ever seen anything as beautiful as this, and we're only 2 miles in, so I look forward to tomorrow. I think we're about 10 miles. We're going to get over West Maroon Pass and Frigid Pass, and then once we get down into the valley, we're going to probably find a spot somewhere around 10 miles or so before we start getting it to the incline for Trail Rider Pass. But it was a great day today. Great companionship, great views, and perfect weather. It's probably like in the 60s, 50s right now. Gonna drop into 30s, 40s tonight. So great night. Look forward to tomorrow. Good night, everybody. All right, it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning, and I am taking this video on my phone because my GoPro battery died a few seconds ago. So rather than change it out, I'm gonna do it on here. We're getting a little late start this morning, but no hurry. Only about 10 miles today. We're gonna go up over West Maroon Pass and Frigid Pass, and then in the next valley we'll go ahead and camp somewhere along a flat spot in the lower elevations. But last night got pretty cold, actually snowed, and if you could see up in the mountains there, you can see some of the remnants of the cold last night. But as you can see behind me too, how gorgeous it is out here. This is absolutely beautiful. So gonna move on. I can only imagine how many pictures and videos I'm gonna take today because it's stunning. Till later, guys. came. That little grove right there is where we camped out last night. So definitely feel the elevation, but you can't beat these views. Giant avalanche slide in front of me. Quite a few of them so far. That's one of the biggest I've seen though. And waterfall right there in the center. Ice bridge slash erosion there. Kind of cool. And the stream I just crossed. Came up actually. A lot of nice beautiful wildflowers still up here at this elevation. And just complete majestic views everywhere you turn. I just wanted to show anybody coming up this way that there is water up here. I have passed several streams, and right there in the center you can probably see the trail that goes up over Maroon Pass. So this is a pretty good running stream. It's late or mid-September, so probably a good place to stop since you're crossing it. The other ones you have to go a little bit off bushwhack, a little bit through the shrubbery here to get, but that's where I'm headed, right in the center. All right, so we are at the top of Maroon Pass, and we've been sitting up here for what, you'd say about half hour or so, just enjoying that view. And down there in the valley is where we came from, around the corner there, in through that little stream basin down there. And then as you come around this way, this is our new scenery that we have to look at. Yeah, it's so much worse than the other side. I can't believe we're doing this. Yeah, it's amazing. And I guess we're going to go travel down through the valley here, and about 5 miles, I guess, until we get down on the other side of the Frigid Pass is where we're heading to next. So. Okay, so we got to the junction of Frigid Air and Western Maroon Pass. Western Maroon being up there where we came from. And over in that direction somewhere is going to be Frigid Air. I've seen a lot of people out here, which is this trail, going from Crested Butte to Aspen and then back. So they're doing it either in a one-time fell swoop or going to Crested Butte or vice versa, staying the night in one of those towns and then coming back. So, but not disappointed at all today. What you thinking, man? one more trail intersection, and we're going to follow that path right up to that area right in the center of the screen. But there is another trail that looks like it goes over that pass. Not sure where that goes. I'm sure it makes a giant loop though back to Crested Butte or something like that. But either way, up there we go. This last push over Frigid Pass is brutal. Switchbacks to this point have been pretty good, but this is straight up. It's rough, especially when you're almost at 12.5. Hey. All right, the last view before we get over Frigid Pass. I'll take you with me. That last little bit was brutal. Oh, I could already tell. Look at that.
Those passes in a day.
Look at this. Holy mackerel. Every one has been better than the last, if that's believable. Holy cow. That's just amazing. Climbed to the top of the outcropping here at Frigid Pass, and this is the valley we came through. Down there at the bottom. Came up where these gentlemen down here are coming up. And this is the new valley that we're going to be entering into here shortly. So 360s from the top of Frigid Pass. About 5:30, September 12th, in the evening, end of day 2. And as you can see, we have our camp set up. Now, mind you, it's going to be a clear night and we're really looking forward to seeing the stars. But can you tell the view that we have from our tents? Pretty amazing. So with that, end of day 2. Tomorrow we go over Trail Rider Pass, 3 miles into the bottom of the mountain or the pass. And then we've got 2.7 over about 2,400 feet elevation gain to the top. So we're going to try to make it over that. Stop before the second or the final pass, which is going to be Buckskin Pass. Camp there, and then we'll hike out on Saturday morning. All right, well, it's about 10 after 8. I guess today would be the 13th of September. And we are getting ready to pack up, or actually we've already packed up, just finishing up, getting ready to hit the trail. We got 3 miles down to the base of where we'll start an incline up to Trail Rider Pass. It's about 2.7 miles to the top, I think, with about 2,200 feet elevation gain. So that'll be a fun one to start the morning off. But the good news is it's all downhill to our next campsite. Just shy of 10 miles today, and I don't know, you can't see behind me. You might be able to make out the trees. The sun's coming up, and you can start to see the line coming over the other side of mountains. So another epic day, guys. So we just came to the junction of Trail Rider Pass and Geneva Lake. Obviously we're going up over Trail Rider Pass. The thing with this is, from what we've seen and kind of what we heard, this is one of the more challenging passes. So somewhere up there is where we're heading, and I'm going to put this away because I can barely breathe at this altitude as it is going uphill. So until upwards, way upwards. All right, we are still climbing up the switchbacks to Trail Rider Pass, and boy, it is it's a butt kicker. But the views, worth every ounce of pain that you suffer going up this thing. Absolutely gorgeous. That's absolutely gorgeous. So, right there in the center, right there, is where we're heading. So you can see the trail we can from here. But it was a lot of work, and we still got a lot of work to go, but my gosh, it is so beautiful. It's super windy up here, but this is the last view of the valleys between Frigid Pass and Trail Rider Pass. So we're going to cross over from this beautiful valley together. Oh my goodness. Oh. Snowman, all the Maroon bells. Oh, amazing. So this is where we spent the last half hour eating lunch. Snowmass Lake down there at the bottom. The maroon color there. See a trail up that goes up to these peaks up here, kind of skirting right ahead of me there, but we're heading down and somewhere in that direction. The way that the map looks like we're gonna get down to the lake, and I got hard right, so it'll be interesting for what where we camp at. We got 4 miles to our campsites tonight. So the end of day 3, I did about a little less than 10 miles today. We got camp set up, and I don't know if you can make out what we're seeing here tonight behind me, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Just the perfect way to end this. We're got about 7.4 miles out tomorrow, which 1,600 feet elevation gain, over 2.4 miles, and the rest is downhill from there. So with that backdrop, end of day 3. All right, it's 7 o'clock, final day of our trip, day 4. We are getting ready to head over Buckskin Pass. Last night was kind of chilly, but nothing unbearable. Had a horrible stomach thing come through on me last night, got me up, throwing up. Didn't feel good at all. Made it through, and like I said last night, 1,600 feet elevation gain over 2.4 miles, and 5 miles even back to the end of the trail. So I'm sure I'll have plenty to show you throughout the course of the day. last view before reaching the summit of Buckskin Pass. You can see down there, right there in the little river. That's about where we camped last night. But I figured I would take you up over our final path together. Absolutely gorgeous today. Hate for this trip to be over. Not sad that the climb up here is over, but that wasn't as bad as I thought. Holy mackerel. This seems fitting in place as any to make our final video here. We're just about to the parking lot, or the lake at the bottom here, and I can't put into words how much I thoroughly enjoyed this trip, being out in the woods, being with a good friend, and just soaking up nature. So I'll try to do a synopsis maybe after this when I get home, things I thought that might be important to somebody else that's looking to do this somewhere down the line. But I encourage you to do this, guys. If nothing else, get out and enjoy nature. Get out and hike, guys. Till next time.